Is this not why you were here?
Philadelphia Eagles opened up a can of whoop ass on the Giants this afternoon. And I told y'all it was going to happen. What's going on, Eagles Nation? It's your boy TK the Official, and welcome back to TK Sports Talk. The Philadelphia Eagles. Wow, man. Is there anything else left to say about this Philadelphia Eagles team? I mean, week after week after week of having to prove themselves. I mean, every team in the league has to prove themselves. But you know, when you proving yourself week after week after week and you still don't get the credit, you know what starts to happen? You start to say to yourself, okay, you know what? I guess we got to really start trouncing teams. I guess we really got to start leaving absolutely no doubt. And have the Philadelphia Eagles left absolutely no doubt, especially over the last 3 weeks of playing great football, starting off with Green Bay, ending up with Tennessee, and now a great, outstanding game against the New York Football Giants. I had no doubt that the Philadelphia Eagles were the most dominant team in this game. I had no doubt that they would be the most physical, that they would be the most disciplined team in this game, okay? No doubt about it. The Eagles jumped out to an early 21-0 lead. 21-zip. The game was over at that particular point in time. I'm talking bang, bang, bang. Offense, touchdown, defense, punt. Offense, touchdown, defense, punt. Offense, touchdown, defense, punt. Special teams playing well. Shouts out to Brent Covey, because in my last video, I ain't give you no love like I really should have. Brent Covey, the special teams unit, is absolutely doing their thing. The Eagles are now playing on all facets of the game of football, on all three phases: offense, defense, special teams. You talk about things working in unison and working congruently. Is this the best Philadelphia Eagles team that I've seen? I don't know how old some of you guys are out there. I don't really like to tell my age, but I'm 37. I mean, I'm thinking back to 2014. I really like that 2018 with McNabb's last great year here. I really like, of course, we all love the 2017 team. I mean, they got us the chip. But this team here, I mean, man, this seems to be the most complete team out there. Now, there's two things that should be put to bed at this particular point in time, okay? Two debates that have been going on that needs to be over. The Eagles are indeed the best team in the National Football League, number one. And number two, Jalen Hurts is undoubtedly the NFL MVP right now. I don't even want to talk about what the other quarterback that's in contention for that NFL MVP honors, what kind of game he had today, okay? Because it's not about anybody else. It's about Jalen Hurts and how valuable he is to us. And thank the Lord for us having Jalen Hurts. Thank the Lord for him being the kind of quarterback that he is. Because nothing stops this man. This guy is driven. He's unflappable. He's unfazable. Okay? This guy is on a mission. All right? And we've seen it. His dad, then he got the Alabama with Coach Saban. His other dad, all right? That chose another kid over him. Then he had to go to Oklahoma, where he really learned how to throw the ball. I mean, and man, Jalen Hurts today, 21 for 31 for 217 yards, and again, sat down on the bench in the fourth quarter, okay? I needed Jalen Hurts to throw 8 more yards for a little bet that I had, but that's neither here nor there. I'm always okay losing money so long as my Eagles get the dub, okay? All right? Jalen Hurts also 7 rushes for 77 rushing yards today. Again, just making it look easy. I'm talking passes to A.J. Brown, passes. Before I start running down the receivers, 7 different receivers in this game, just as long as he hit 9 different receivers a game before. I mean, is there anything that this offense cannot do? When you're a defense, who do you key in on? And if you key in on someone, you know that Jalen Hurts is going to find that and exploit it. So as a defense, you got to play honest. You just got to play honest. And when you play honest, I see everything that you're doing. I, as in Jalen, not really me, but we see everything that you're doing at the line and through all the film study. And that's what this quarterback keeps talking about. That's what the coaching staff keeps talking about. That's what these players keep talking about. The work is done during the week. It's not done on Sunday. Yeah, I mean, it's the culmination of the work is done on Sunday. On Sunday, you go out there and have fun and you play. All right? But the work, the grind, the film study, the practicing, okay, the extra practice after practice, all right, all those things happen during the week. The weightlifting, the sleeping, the eating right. I mean, this Philadelphia Eagles team, I remember in the beginning of the year, you guys remember, we were talking about the Eagles don't practice enough. We're talking about the Eagles, they're not as physical because they're not out there hitting. They got these little soft 45-minute practices. Yeah, but you know what they spend most of their time on? Being smart football players. And it shows, man. Miles Sanders, a big, giant game today, man. Salute out to Miles Sanders, man, because this is exactly the type of running back that I've always known Miles Sanders to be, except that he just, two things, couldn't stay healthy, and that's a real thing. It's not a knock on Miles Sanders, and I don't want him or anybody else to take that as any slight. I mean, it is what it is, Miles, because you were one of my favorite backs, or are one of my favorite backs in the league, all right? Not just because you're on my team, but you get busy, and I've seen you, and I watch you play, and I know the potential that you have. And then, two, you just never got the opportunities that you needed because, you know, you got a coach like Doug Peterson who likes to pass the ball, all right? And Nick Sirianni likes to pass the ball. I mean, he likes to run the ball too, all right? So, but now that you're healthy, now we see what's going on. And in this kind of offense, it's pick your poison, all right? We can run for 200 yards, and we can pass for 200 yards in the same game, which we did today, okay? All right, let's take a look. A total of 253 rushing yards today. 253. This is becoming a normal occurrence for this Philadelphia Eagles football team. And why not? Why not? We know the offensive line capabilities. We know Jalen Hurts' rushing capabilities. We understand Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, who is the giant killer, the second coming of Deshaun Jackson. Boston Scott is a giant slayer, okay? Love Boston Scott. Knew he was going to get his touches today. Good look on Nick Sirianni for knowing that too, because Getting Gainwell didn't touch the ball as much because Boston Scott traditionally has great games against the New York Giants, and he only had 6 carries for 33 yards today, but he did pop off a big kickoff return, putting the Eagles in scoring position, which they cashed in on, okay? Man, you know, as I was talking about, this wide receiver group is just playing so well right now. Devontae Smith with a touchdown. A.J. Brown with a touchdown. Quez Watkins making some big catches. Zach Pascal getting in there, getting more catches. I really like Zach Pascal. Shouts out to the tight ends as well, okay? Grant Calcaterra, all right, doing his thing, and Jack Stahl doing their thing, all right? They're being not big factors in the offense, but they're there. You have to keep an eye on them because if you don't, Jalen will find them, and he will kill you. Okay, all right. I mean, absolutely one of the most impressive games that I've seen from any team all year. One of the most entertaining games that I've seen. I'm coming into these games just waiting. I mean, I'm talking about get your popcorn ready. I'm just waiting. I'm just sitting there I mean, I can't even text to my homies fast enough because I'm on a little delay down here in Maryland, and they up in Philly, and it's just too many things going on. There's so many things happening. I love what this team is doing. And getting back, let's talk about this Philadelphia Eagles defense. All right, the defense, outstanding once again, harassing Daniel Jones all day, keeping Saquon Barkley and the other 2 running backs that they try to court out there, all right, keeping them under wraps. And how about Miles Sanders outdoing Saquon Barkley? You know, for years I've always wondered, is Miles Sanders a better running back than Saquon Barkley? And the reason the comparison, if you don't know, Miles Sanders and Saquon Barkley both went to Penn State. Miles Sanders was the running back behind Saquon Barkley, okay? But when Saquon Barkley left, Miles Sanders had a big year and was able to show what he was able to do. And now that they're both in the league, I understand Saquon Barkley has had injuries, okay? That notwithstanding, I also understand Miles Sanders has had some injuries, okay? Also, some unlucky times with getting opportunities to carry the football. But looking at these two guys, I mean, Miles Sanders can catch the ball out the backfield. They always talk for so long about how they want to get Kenneth Gainwell in there or a running back that can catch. I mean, why can't Miles catch the ball? Miles is catching the ball, Miles is blocking, and Miles is being really patient and getting through the holes and hitting them. He is playing a fantastic brand of football and is about to be leading the NFC in rushing after next week. I can see that already coming, man. The defense, again, like I alluded to, 7 sacks. 3 sacks for Brandon Graham. Shouts out to the old dog, man, because you see, I got a couple gray hairs too, man, but I still think I can get out there on the football field and play right now, all right? And Brandon Graham is out there balling. Not being able to play as much as you normally play at first can feel like a setback, all right? Because Brandon Graham was faced with that, all right? Knowing that he wasn't going to be starting, knowing that he was going to be a much more of a rotational player. But this coaching staff, the sports science department, I mean, they just understand your body, the natural occurrences that happen with age, okay? And trying to get the best amount of production from our players. And has Brandon Graham been more productive, okay? I mean, minus the sack strip in the Super Bowl, okay? Has BG just looked more? I mean, I'm talking on a run. I'm talking on a pass rush. I'm talking on even when he don't get to sack the quarterback. I mean, I'm talking quality snaps is what we're talking about here. And that's what you want from your defensive line, which is why we got the rotation like that. It's not just BG, it's Fletch. Have you seen Fletch look this good in the last 2 seasons, especially this late into the season? I mean, let's just be real. If Fletcher Cox wasn't here this year, I would have been fine with that. All right? And I don't know about y'all, but keep it real. If the Eagles would not, because they let him go, but then they brought him back. If the Eagles would not have brought Fletcher Cox back this year, I don't think anybody would have shed a tear. All right? But how good does Fletcher Cox look? How good does Javon Hargrave look? And watch out for my young boy, Milton Williams, man. I've been telling my peoples in my chat group, and I'm telling y'all, Milton Williams, when it's his time to shine and his time to step up, is going to be a phenomenal player in this NFL, okay? Alongside with Jordan Davis, who knows what's going to happen with Hargraves this year, whether or not he walks or if the Eagles decide to bring him back. But if they don't bring him back, man, I love Milton Williams. He plays the run. He plays the pass. He's nasty. He plays with a lot of energy. Great kid, man. Great kid. All right. Josh Sweat with a sack. Fletcher Cox with a sack. Milton Williams with a sack. Hassan Reddick with a sack. Okay. Everybody's getting busy because everybody's getting an opportunity to rush the quarterback because we know that we have to stop the run. All right. And with that big beef that we got on the inside, I mean, we shutting that run game down. Shutting it down. 2nd and long, 3rd and long. We are coming for your quarterback. And I love it. I love it. And I know you love it too. One down moment in this game. Let's have a moment of silence for Blank Man. Reed Blankenship, man. I'm not quite sure the significance of the injury just yet, but it seems like it may be significant, and that's unfortunate because you, my man, was balling out of control. And listen, whatever's going on, quick recovery, all right? You are going to be a part of this Eagles franchise for a long time. I can tell you that right now. I don't sign your contract. I don't make it up, and I am not a fortune teller. But I do know one thing. A fortune is in your future because you, my man, are a good player, man. Hope to a speedy recovery. Avon Wallace. I mean, your name's not hard. It's just a K and a Von. For some reason, I can't say it. K'Von Wallace. I need you, my man, to step up. You got to step up, all right? Because you are on a Super Bowl caliber team right now, all right? This is not 2 years ago. This is not last year, all right? We cannot hide you. We're trying to hide you, all right? But it is time for you. You've been on this team now. It's time for you to step up, all right? My man, why can't you play like Blank Man? Why can't you play like Reed, all right? You know what you got the athleticism to do it. What you got to do is you got to be a smarter football player, All right? That's what you got to do. You got to know the angles to take. You got to know the situations. You got to know the down and distance. You got to know the route concepts. You got to understand for your receiver 1, 2, 3. You just got to be a smarter football player. All right? That's it. It's not just running down there on special teams anymore. You're going to have to play. Hopefully not too long, because it looks like we're going to be getting Chauncey Gardner-Johnson back, and it also looks like we're going to be getting Dallas Goedert back. Now, Dallas Goedert can be back next week. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, I'm not in no rush to get my man back. We got to go against the Bears next week. I think we'll be okay, all right? But I would love to see CD Juice, back in the fold when it comes to that Christmas Eve game when we got to play Dallas, man. And I didn't want to bring them up, but since I did, man, we was beating the Giants so bad today that Fox had to go to a game that was more competitive. And what game did they go to? The Dallas Cowboys and Houston Texans game, when the Texans was winning in the fourth quarter, late minutes, 23-20. And they should have kicked the field goal. All right, that's why the Texans are a bad team. It's not just the players. If I'm a player on that team, I'm upset at my coaching staff, because we had an opportunity to win that game and you did not do the right thing. All right, if y'all was on the goal line and then you got stopped on that short run that you tried to do because you didn't know where you were supposed to go, whatever was going on, and then y'all lost 2 yards on that. All right, and then you decided not to kick the field goal. You wasn't on the goal line no more. You was on the 3-yard line, and you decided to go for it. When you would have kicked the field goal, you would have been up 6. And then Dallas would have had the pressure to go down there and score a touchdown, because they went down there like they just had to get the field goal after they stopped y'all on that 4th down. And then once they got in field goal range so quick, they was like, oh, fuck it. Well, we might as well keep going for a touchdown. And they got that. And you let their ass off the hook. Anyway, man, the Philadelphia Eagles are clearly the best team in the NFL. I mean, I don't have to tell y'all. Y'all already know. This is for anybody who had any doubts. Jalen Hurts, hands down. 2 hands down. The NFL MVP. All right? Not only that, he's looking like the best quarterback in the National Football League. That's my word, man. The Philadelphia Eagles defeat the New York Giants today, 48-22. I'll see you tomorrow. Have yourself a great Eagles night. Victory! I had to say it. We out.